the Sunday Times journalist, yet to be knighted for his services to cycling in exposing Lance Armstrong, as he did in a series of books. And he has a unique perspective on Team Sky this season in that he's travelling with them.
I've been with the team now for about 8 weeks, from going back to last January in Mallorca. And I do understand why people ask the questions, because of the legacy of what you could call the Armstrong generation. My feeling is that it's a pity more questions weren't asked in '99. And if more questions had been asked in 1999, 2000, 2001, there would be far less questioning of Chris Froome now in 2013.
Between last year's tour and this year's tour, the whole Oprah, Armstrong and the whole doping thing has been uncovered. So the level of trust and confidence is going to go, it's going to be challenged even more. And so it's only normal, I think, when people see good performances, they're going to say, well, can we believe in that? And ultimately, our job is to keep being as open and transparent, be patient, to expect it. And, it's part of this sport, unfortunately, now. And if we don't like it, then don't work in this sport, And I don't mind, because I know over time that this sport's going through a transition from where it was to where it's going to be and where it is now, which is a clean sport. But it's going to take a bit of time.
There comes a time when you've got to say, you know what, we've looked at this guy, Chris Froome. We've asked a lot of questions. We've done a lot of digging. And you know what? There is nothing to find. Or somebody comes along and says, this is what I found. But if there are allegations, they have to be supported by evidence. The stuff about Armstrong was based on evidence. I can't see a lot of evidence being levelled against Chris Froome, and that's why I tend to be on the side of believing him.
There was a subtle shift in your position yesterday as you floated out the idea of Wilder appointing an expert and that data being made available to him. A cautious kind of tentative putting feelers out there, or is this something you're going to pursue actively now?
Well, it seems to me, if you stand back and look at the situation, it seems to me that all the approaches that were taken previously when there was during the doping era didn't actually work, because there was a lot of doping going on, and so all the approaches didn't work. If you put me in charge of anti-doping, I would get a panel of people, a group of experts, and say to the teams, right, everybody, as part of getting your World Tour licence, one of the things is you're going to have to, let somebody from the organisation or the anti-doping body be part of your team. And we're going to have a team of people who are going to live and be absolutely inside your team. And they're going to access to the blood data, hematological stuff, power data. They're going to have access all areas, and they will work together to see behaviourally, psychologically, and, with the facts and blood tests and all the rest of it, if there's something untoward going on.
It'd be lovely if UCI would come along and say, you know what, Dave, we want your numbers, and we have our team of experts who are going to assess them, and they're going to deliver their verdict on the numbers. And I think if the UCI were proactive in that way, it would be a help, not just to followers of the sport, to know they might be able to believe Chris Froome totally, but it would also be a benefit to Team Sky, who say they're clean and say they have no trouble giving the numbers to people who would properly assess them.